Hello, Minion. Welcome to the stream. Back with more the letter. Hopefully, this is the last time. We've been at it for several months. These people just won't give up. Yeah, there's the head pets. Working as they should. Hello, souls. How are you doing? After the chaos you had here at the other stream? Also, some things. On my Discord, I created a separate channel for the chat commands now. I probably will be adding other things. Whatever you will needing to know that you can't see directly. But for now, I put all my commands there so they don't get lost. Because if you write the exclamation put commands, it gives stream elements commands, but the commands that you use to mess with me do not appear on that list. They're not stream element commands, they're streamer bot commands. So, enjoy taking a peek at them and being like, ooh, I can mess with her now. I can turn her into pixels. There was another thing I wanted to test, if you do not mind, souls. There was an odd update and I didn't know this existed. There's a choice to switch, I found a voice changer that allows AI supported anime voice. But I have no idea how it'll sound like and how coherent it is. Because currently, what you hear is exactly what it's supposed to be. But this one, I'm not so sure about it. So, I've never done this live. Would you want to see how the other setting sounds like? Do we dare to? Well, souls, let's give it a try. And a 3, 2, 1.
Hi! I have changed. I am now AI. Would you believe that? Beep boop. Souls is already shot. Is it really that bad? Will I become the demon? Am I the demon now, souls? Answer me. How coherent is it? What do you mean it seems off? I always seem off along with encrypted. Oh god, I could turn that into a command. Oh. The support for that. I'm an alien now. I'll switch it back.
souls got scared. The voice was so different. Oh. Well, I'm glad it has an interesting reaction. Maybe I'll make that, a command, like, exclamation point real voice. And see as everybody loses their mind mid-game. Yes, they have support for it. But that was all I wanted to test for now. So, oh, Carrot would definitely use it to mess with me. Now, why don't we get to the meat of this stream? And maybe we'll finish it. Maybe. Oh, right, I forgot we were playing as the Bratwurst. Just like that, their bickering begins anew. Bloody peasants! My head's already aching just listening to them. To think this is all the solution they can come up with. They're basically wanting to throw us to the monster, because apparently we share blood. I should have just stabbed all of them and made run for it. It doesn't help that with each second we spend talking here, the crazier this whole place gets. The voices have become louder and somehow sounding more vicious. If the things in the room starts floating, mark my words, I will fucking flip out. And they may not be thinking of it right now, but eventually, they'll turn on me. Such is the nature of humans. Hey, that sounds like me just a few minutes ago. Better find a way out of this place as soon as possible if I want to stay alive. Fuck, I still have so much to do. None of our choices seem sound, but who knows? We don't understand a shite about this place. Might as well try everything, yeah? Whatever works. If I also have to be the one to make the bloody decision, so be it. Less room for errors, but only sane one doing the thinking. On the off chance I'm wrong, well, they suggested it. It's the place. We know the answer to this. We know the answer. Burn the mansion. I'm going to regret this. I will. But with these cries growing louder, this has to become the easiest decision I have ever made. I'm getting tired of hearing her sobbing, really. It's just irritating. Isn't she getting tired of it? Besides, someone has to act fast, think fast. What else would be the root cause of our problems but the place where the letter was found? No need to make things more complicated. It started here. Why would it end here? If what Lily has said is true, then there's all the more reason to destroy it. But an end this madness before someone thinks of putting this blasted place up in market. When I get out of this place, I swear I'm suing a bunch of people. Under that state company to the ground if need be. We spent millions, damn it. Millions! With a sigh and perhaps a heavy heart, I open one of the drawers in my study table, take a bottle of liquor out for myself, then passing it on to every occupant in the room. They accepted it, but not without a look of protest or a confused glance at my way. It does shut them all up, so maybe I've done something good.
This isn't the time!
Even more when I popped the cork of the bottle and poured its contents on the floor.
Well, what are you simpletons waiting for?
We waste no time dousing the whole room, the smell of alcohol filling the air. If I didn't know any better, I'd say they're more than eager to set this whole place on fire. And the blaze catches easily in this room when I set it alight, using the plaster paper as kindling. But the whole place drenched with wine and all matters of alcoholic things I've been hiding from Hannah. The small fire soon turns into an inferno. Fun fact, beer is not flammable. In a matter of seconds, we're out the door. It doesn't exactly lead where I'm hoping it will. Now we're in trouble. Furious, paranoid, and trapped in the mansion with the people he barely knew, Luke Wright threatened to take them down with him. Luckily, before the hysterical man could harm anyone. Although ending up in the kitchen does give us more reason to play like a bunch of pyromaniacs. Fishing the liquor stocks from the cupboards, we do the same thing we've done in the study. Door after door, in every room we pass, pouring bottle after bottle of expensive aged liquor and setting everything on fire, only leaving when the blaze has started in earnest. When we run out of liquor, we simply drop the bottle and take one of the many nooks I've stashed one. For once, it's a good thing that Luke was a fucking alcoholic, and there's no lack of it in here. The hard stuff, the shorts, the watered down kind. Gifts from a distant relative, friends, so-called friends, you name it. I made sure there's always one within reach.
How many of these things do you keep in this house?
Indeed, Fetters.
I always have a few bottles in the bedroom, the parlor, and the dining room. You have problems, man. Well, isn't this the time to discuss them?
Turns out it'll be useful now. Not to drown out my sorrows, but for this wonder of wonders, do I suppose I can now say it has also saved my life. Ironic. But there's no time for some introspection now, because with each room we pass and burned, the place also becomes easier to navigate. As if it's slowly righting itself, returning to what it's supposed to be. Soon, we finally find ourselves standing before the main doors. The strong odor of the burning wood, cloth, and varnish alike wafts from under the smoke of the rooms we previously torched, slowly filling the hall with thick black smoke. The blaze has also started in earnest in every part of the house. I can already feel the heat seeping from the rooms I've set aflame. In a matter of minutes, flames will engulf the whole house. Fittingly, that is when she appears again before us, watching us from the top of the stairs while her world goes up in flames around her. However, what catches my eyes is that expression on her face. Not the vile smile I've grown accustomed to, or the one where her eyes gleam with complete hatred. This one? Forlorn is the only word I can think of to describe it.
No, please. Help me. Help me, please.
You're beyond saving, lady. Can the dead still feel? Can she hear us? Or is it merely another one of her tricks to trap us in this nightmare? Like this, however, she seems almost like a woman she used to be. And I don't waste any time pondering over it. Not with just an exit just a few steps away. The doors finally open and through it, I can glimpse the world outside. Safety. However, I do turn, if only to see the last of her. A farewell more than anything. For all her attempts to lure me, draw me in, her wishes to be with me, she does not stop me when I finally run from this horrid place. Quietly, she disappears. Light it up. Not only do I have trespassers in my property, they're also arsonists. Watching a multi-million-pound house burn before me, for some reason, nothing about this bothers me. Maybe it's that one last look in her face that had changed it. Maybe it's what I've seen and heard inside. There's only a calm, a stillness. The same hush that comes after a terrible storm that has swept the countryside. And with it is the sight of the sun rising above the horizon. Ever so slowly, the sky begins to lighten before my eyes. Darkness giving way to warm morning hues, soft rays spilling over the vast expanse of Luxburn countryside. Nearby, the trees sway and rustle with the breeze. Passing trap that carries even into the room from outside, cold enough to make me shiver. The remains of a storm that has passed. In the distance, I can hear the soft chirping of birds, while the rest of the world stirs, wakes. Dawn, at last. We are free. Too many pages. Despite initial protest, Luke agreed with Isabella Santos. He began dousing the place with alcohol and setting it on fire. Sure enough, as the flames slowly engulfed the place, it returned to its original state, freeing them. Outside, at the first light of dawn, the mansion burned to the ground before their eyes. It's over. Epilogue time! Like the flames that engulfed the mansion at night, whispers quickly spread across Luxburn City after the incident. Officers who investigated have simply deemed it as an unfortunate accident. Regardless of the truth, Luke Wright files a criminal charges against Briar Realty Corporation after, for undisclosed reasons to the public, forcing the latter to declare bankruptcy. A move that has merely stoked the rumors further. But for those who still believe in the stories of the old and those who knew the truth, it is but a testament to the curse and the secrets of Ermengarde Mansion has hidden for centuries. If there is a time those will be revealed, only the ashes of now ruined mansion know. However, on nights when the wind howls, the thunder booms across the sky, some still claim hearing the voices where it once stood. Of cries and wails that fill the nights and desperate calls of help for anyone who dares to listen. As for those who once dreaded owls, unable to settle their differences, Hannah Wright eventually files for divorce from Luke Wright. Good for her. For several months, they become the subject of gossips and mass media in the city. In spite of this, the two have uncharacteristically remained tight-lipped on the circumstances of their separation. Though many assumed it's inevitable falling out stemming from the trouble during the couple's housewarming party. To everyone's surprise, however, Luke Wright quietly accepts the correct decision and disappears from Evans Harris' life without creating much fuss. Even after Hannah Evans has given birth to the children months later, the man is rarely seen around the family, so she actually was pregnant. That's why she was so adamant about it. Merely leaving his children paltry gifts to mailbox whenever he's in town, never showing his face. With Wright's couple separation also comes with Wright-Evans conglomerate split-up. Although the Wright enterprise still manages to do well in the business with Evans Incorporated back as the competitor, Ottertech League places its CEO and the company under legal spotlights months later. This time, however, with the Chief Inspector Harvey Lee's sudden absence, the businessman isn't able to close scrutiny. In the investigation headed by LPD's Detective Inspector Aston Frey, all of Wright's Enterprise's illegal business dealings within the past 10 years come to light. Although involvement with other crimes is still being investigated, the disclosure has caused a huge outcry, especially from the city's business sector. Sued on multiple grounds, the company is ultimately forced to shut down. Oddly, when Luke Wright steps out of his office one last time, there's only a small smile on his face. Saving your hide, abandon an already sinking ship. To avoid public outrage, the once affluent businessman immediately leaves the city. All of his bank accounts have been emptied, including his Luxburn apartments, leaving not a trace or a clue where he might be hiding. The last anyone has seen this man was on a flight bound for Ireland. Oh no, not... Why would you... Please, somebody stop him. Shoot down the plane. Till this day, no one has heard from him. Not even Hannah Evans. Even his people from the old Wright Enterprise, who have all left to deal with the aftermath. Though, over the past few months after the situation has calmed, some made claims of spotting him fitting in and out of the city. If only to check on those he has left behind. find your feet and stand on your own after years of living in the shadow of someone else, her own woman. Following the company split, Hannah Evans re-establishes Evans Incorporated, becoming the CEO like her late father has always wanted for her. Though a bit out of practice and doubted by many people at first, the Evans heiress quickly finds her bearings and proves to be every bit talented in the business as her parents. Soon, under her management, the new Evans Inc. flourishes, becoming one of the prime investments and finance companies in Loxburn City. Months after recovery, Marian McCall heads back to her homeland, ready to close a chapter of the past she has left hanging for so long. Then she visits Lorraine's grave, asking for forgiveness from the girl she once loved, something she has intentionally avoided for years. Although the terror of what she has witnessed inside the Ermengarde mansion still clings to her, she bravely chooses to move on from it, turning a new leaf by focusing on a brand new branch of her interior design company, and leaving her interior design company at Loxburn in the hands of her secretary instead. Although she never returns to the city after, she is frequently seen visiting to check on the people has become acquainted with within her years there. By having finally accepted herself, she won't deny she's in a happier place now. With the help of family and friends, Zachary Steele is soon able to open a photography studio on his own. Something he has only dreamed of having as a child. Although he still hopes to get back on making indie films someday, client work and small projects have kept him mostly busy. Hectic as it may be, he can only be glad from the amount of work pouring in. It has made moving on from the incident in the Ermengarde mansion easier, if not faster. But while there are still nightmares, with the support from his family, his doctor, and his own drive, the dark images has finally turned into pleasant dreams. He's aware he won't ever truly forget, but is no longer running away. At times, when he's not busy or after a hard day's work, he thinks there's another story for a big screen to be told in that. An idea he may soon turn into a reality once his time affords it. The Letter P movie. The months that follow, Rebecca Gales becomes a prominent researcher within Loxburn major academic circles, especially after writing that she discovered about Anston Village and the Ermengarde mansion. With the help of Professor Andrew Clark, she is soon able to secure funding to continue her research, presenting her findings yearly at a local and international symposiums. Now at the tail end of her current study, she hopes to publish her first book, correcting all inaccuracies in the city's current history. A move supported by both colleagues, students, and friends alike. Though she knows she still has a long way to go before she can even begin to change the people's minds about it, Professor Clark has warned her as much. She perseveres. Doing it not for herself, but for the sake of a history, the future generation must never forget. No matter how much disturbing her experience with the curse may have been, she remains the worrywart she has always been. Even after what she has seen, she continues to fret over people she cares about, sometimes much to their frustration or embarrassment. But if there's one thing that has shifted, it's her relationship with the people in their little group, particularly with Zachary Steele. In fact, on numerous occasions, she has been spotted dropping by his new studio, bringing the man food on days when he's swamped with work. They seem to have grown more comfortable around each other than before. Maybe it's born out of their shared experience. Or maybe the way they see each other has simply changed naturally, due to the years they've known each other. Regardless of why, the change the man welcomes and appreciates. In turn, he strives to return her kind gestures whenever he can. For all the horrors they've seen, he would have thought something good will come of it, Although not seen as frequently as with his friends recently due to work, when Ashton Frey finds the time, he sometimes helps out Rebecca with her research. Mostly just to help her bring research materials. Despite Rebecca's old feelings for the man, they remain good friends to this day. She never brings it up again after the night of her confession. Once is enough. While she still cares for Ashton as a dear friend, it is clear she has already moved on from her childhood crush, finally accepting it as a part of her life that has already gone by, much like everything that has changed between them. And with this acceptance comes more selfless person who genuinely cares for her friends beyond any selfish feelings she used to cling to. Looking back at it now, she recognizes how things played out is certainly for the better. Not for the others, but also for herself. With her newfound courage, Isabel Santos finally chose to pursue what she really wants to herself. Having made enough to keep her family afloat for a few years, and with their blessing, she quits her job at a realty corporation that went bankrupt anyway, and takes the scholarship offer from the local university. Though remarkably out of practice and unsure if she's able to keep up with the time she returns to university, she finds her feet soon enough with the help of the people close to her. And with her confidence in her skills growing, so do the number of people recognizing her and her work. It doesn't take long for several award-giving bodies to take notice of her. For all her accomplishment, however, she has never truly forgotten what happened at the Ermengarde mansion. The images of still remain in her, and on particular unpleasant nights, terrors continue to visit her dreams. She knows those won't ever disappear from her life. It has become part of her in the same way that death has permanently taken from her. However, she's no longer afraid. With a brave face, she still carries on, earnestly wishing that someday she'll be able to paint brighter, more vivid dots on her canvas. An honest portrayal of life and hope amidst the fear. Shortly after accepting the scholarship grant from Luxburn University, Isabella moves from Salmill residence in favor of staying in the dorm close to her campus. Although Rebecca Gales is quick to offer assistance for the move, she does admit she will be missing her neighbor of more than 5 years. When all is said and done, she has become fonder of the girl over the years, and with their shared experience over the curse, they have only grown closer. Isabella leaves with the promise to visit every once in a while. And even though she jokingly complains about Rebecca's bossy attitude, she still confesses that she also misses the women's fussing. So, Isabella looks so different with her hair down. After all, in a place miles away from her real family, Rebecca is still the closest thing she has to a sister. As pleasant as things have gone in her life recently, Isabella greatly regrets allowing her friendship with Zack to fall apart in the aftermath of the curse. Aww. Although theirs isn't brought up by petty arguments, unlike many others, the lack of communication has proven equally problematic for people like them. Especially with Isabella making conscious effort to avoid the man and her once it becomes all too clear it's no longer something they can fix with friendly chimes. Ultimately, drifting apart becomes certain, taking with it any previous plan they've made. The little exhibit they both wholeheartedly poured their ideas on seems faraway dream now. While she's aware she still has plenty of ways to go, getting back to school has also opened a lot of opportunities for Isabella. At times, part-time work has started to come in droves, and she's able to support herself financially through her art alone. Something she has only dreamed of as a child. And when clients are generous enough, she'll be able to send the money back home as well, despite her family's reassurances. One such client is Mary McCulloch's interior design company, who frequently commissions her for her murals after the woman has learned of her skills, which is surprising due to how cold they were to each other. Though at times, she finds it difficult to keep up with the interior designer's standards for quality. It's a job and challenge she only is too happy to accept if it means doing what she loves. Following the success of in bringing the Luxburn firm case to a close, Aston Frey receives recommendation for transfer to Luxburn's lead agency against organized crime. An endorsement eagerly backed by the newly appointed successor to the late Chief Inspector Lee, Abigail Harris. What happened to him? I don't think they ever mentioned. Knowing he'll have more resources, leeway, and a bigger chance at ultimately bringing the Luke right to justice, Aston Frey accepts. He still warns the people close to him against Wright and his associates, but only a friendly reminder now, more than anything. Though he does worry, he believes they're wise enough to know what they're doing and trust their judgment. For now, he has decided to leave the evidence and the law to speak for itself and take care of the man once proper time comes. Nowadays, police work and operations keep him busy, sometimes taking him away from the city he grew in for days on end. A rare thing for him to enjoy once upon a time, yet this time, he never loses his drive, simply growing more determined after having finally found a clear purpose to close to Rush, an excitement he dreamed of as a child. Although Ashton still keeps mum about specific details of his work, his experience with the curse has slowly taught him how to open up, especially those who knew that genuinely care for him. He still has a long way to go, he knows that, but for the sake of people who are still with him, to have chosen to stay, he hopes that there will be a day he no longer has to hide behind his own lies. A day when he's no longer afraid of facing the truth in his own words. On his days off, Ashton is usually seen loitering around Zachary Steele's studio, either to help him out in one of his pet projects or exasperating with the other man's own purpose. Either or, it's mostly the latter. At certain times, he volunteered to model one of Zach's projects, in spite of the talker's reassurances that it's not needed. Regardless, Ashton insists, before complaining how meticulous the whole process is hours later, to Zach's utter amusement. Though sometimes, they may get into small, trivial arguments, things have stayed cordial between the two. If anything, the ordeal they've both gone through has merely strengthened the friendship the detective didn't expect to find in anyone else. Between the lingering trauma and their measly attempts at normalcy, it'll take a few months for awkwardness to finally lift for both Aston Frey and Isabella Santos. Of several weeks trying to find their voice and remembering how to act around each other, despite enduring affections. Once the unease fades, there's only the usual banter and rapport to fall back on, the casual talk and the friendly jibes. And for both of them, it's easy, like breathing, like coming home from another journey, a comfort in spite of things they have gone through. Their days may still be filled with petty arguments and light teasing, but in the aftermath, when all is said and done, something constant has already been forged between them. A quiet, steadfast thing they can hold on to as they both carry on. And there we go. I actually didn't notice that Marion McCall was voice acted by Elsie Lovelock. The real letter. There's another one? Dear you, if you're reading this, that means you've finished playing the game in one way or another, and we thank you for the time you spent playing with the letter. I got almost the best ending. Shame that Isabella and Zach fall apart, but can't be helped. I could imagine one choice that could have made it better. This game is a passion project more than anything, and we sincerely hope we delivered in bringing you a one-of-a-kind visual novel experience. The letter is first of many visual novels to coming from us. If you like what we did with this game and would like to support us, please take some time to click on the button below to find out how. Thank you so much for everything. Let's talk soon. Love, YYM team. And that certainly was something. I only got 35% of the achievements. No, don't open that. God damn it. Ah, that's the music room. Was there? Right, the gallery was a separate thing. Only 50% of the CG. I feel like that the rest were like a lot of deaths. And then we got a lot of epilogues. Individual good, we got one individual bad. Oh. Individual bad, Luke escape. Interesting. True ending 0. Romance ending 0. Friendship bad, Hannah and Luke, Zaki and Isabella. The rest were pretty good. Now I won't be playing this on a stream again, it takes far too long, but I will certainly be playing it on my own to explore more, to see where this all leads. Because clearly there's more here than we think. Also, memory fragments, miscellaneous. I feel like there's more here. What happens if I press continue? Where does it throw me? Ah, it throws me here. In that case, there's one thing I wanted to try. Branching tree. Ah. So here it shows the route that we took. But it unfortunately doesn't specify. What's the difference here? How does it split apart? Also, this is long. Holy crap. Look how much is there, and this is only the final chapter. Things could have gone so much differently. Wow. Look at the first one, Isabella. I'm certainly going to be interested in trying out the other choices and seeing what happens. And there it ends. I can see I can die at the very end, at the very beginning. That's crazy. Huh. Okay. Now, Souls, are you still there? I have things planned just in case for this. Where are you? No, seriously, where is it?